Hello. Well, let me put on my headphones here. Um, Welcome to Chicago Reacts. My name is Colin. Today I am going to be watching obscure, obsolete inventions by Sam Onella, the one and only. Um, uh, wow, totally having a brain fart. I guess the only thing I should say is, if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe. Um, again, I'm fairly new to this. It's going to be a journey. I'm now at this point somewhat familiar with Sam Onella, an entertaining educator. I will say, I would consider him an educator. Yeah, I've learned a lot from Mr. Salmonella. That does he go by Mr. Salmonella? Anyway, um, I feel like I've talked too much at this point, so let's just get right into it, right? Okay, so here we go. Let's hit the display 2 and let's go.
Alright, after months upon months of unrelenting pressure by you psychopaths pretending to be my characters on Twitter, I finally got a merch store. Let this be a lesson, kids. With enough harassment, you can achieve anything. Anyway, go check it out, or don't, whatever.
I might get one of those stickers, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey kids, if I learned anything from my middle school career, it's that what may seem like a good idea initially will often be remembered only as a foolish mistake. Here's a few pieces of technology from yesteryear that have since fallen into total obscurity. So I've always believed that there's no point in having many small things when you can have one big thing. Why have many shrimp when you can have one lobster? Why drink many glasses of milk when you can eat one udder? Why have many cheese-its when you can have one cheese-them? Patent pending. And why have many
cheese-thems,
lights
please?
when you
Thank
can
you.
have one moonlight tower? These guys were real popular back in the 1880s and 90s, often standing at over 150 feet tall and illuminating several blocks from a single point. Not very
No
well, mind
way.
you. Matter of fact, they were so dim, we didn't even have the conscience to just call them light towers. Had to go and stick the moon on the front so people didn't get their hopes up. But thanks to our good old friend the inverse square law, you still needed a fuck ton of light to pull this off. So they used incredibly harsh and UV emitting arc lights instead of incandescent bulbs. All the light of the moon and all the vision damage of the sun? Talk about a win-win. Sadly, these beasts have fallen by the wayside over the past century or so, except for in Austin, apparently, but they use friendlier mercury vapor lamps in them, so they...
Yeah, I mean, part of me wants to say that this could be a good idea, but this example from Austin, Texas, it is at what looks like dusk or early morning, dusk, dawn, anyway, yeah, dusk, early morning, dawn, maybe. Those lights don't seem to be doing much of anything. I don't know. What do you guys think?
They only get half points. Now, anyone who's been around a baby long enough knows they always have a cloud of ghoulish stench hovering around them. Jeez Louise, somebody better air out that musty little muskrat before grandma starts drooping again. You could stick him on the clothesline for a while, but knowing that little moron, I'm sure he'd find a way to hurt himself somehow. Introducing the baby cage. Finally, city dwellers all across the nation have a way of unleashing their postnatal funk on the unsuspecting passerby below. These were
I
in
have seen
vogue
this
for a
picture
while
before.
falling out of style a bit of the way into the 20th century, because apparently society started deeming babies more valuable than air conditioners. I don't really get it personally, but this is also around the time we started putting lead in gasoline.
So I'm sure I'm not the first person to make this connection, but that image and the baby in the basket hanging outside of a fucking window certainly calls back to the Rockabye Baby song, right? Up in the treetop, when the wind blows, the cradle will rock. Bough breaks, baby will fall. Yeah, trauma.
So it's probably for the best we kept him inside all day. Matter of fact, it's my firm belief that without kids growing up breathing lead, there's no way pet rocks would have taken off in the 70s. Wow, alienating baby boomers. He's so brave and controversial. Now, in the days between the Great War and the not as great but still pretty alright war, people were trying to find efficient means of detecting an incoming air attack. They climbed their nation's tallest mountains to seek the wisdom of their greatest elders, and the wise men said, big ears. So that's what they did. These giant discs were known as acoustic mirrors and were designed to focus incoming sound over a 5-meter diameter into a single point. They were reasonably effective as listening devices. A few of them in Britain were able to pick up the sound of a plane from all the way across the English Channel. Of course, radar came along soon after, rendering these things completely useless beyond looking brutalist as hell.
You know, that is actually a pretty interesting concept, and I feel like I have seen a video or documentary where there was like an I don't know if it was part of an art installation or an actual, I think it was an art installation, but it was, you could stand in this courtyard area that was like, I don't know, I'm pulling this out of vague memories, so I could be very wrong on the details here, but I feel like you could stand about 100 yards apart, and based off of the construction of the concrete or whatever it was wall there, is that you could like whisper something, and the other person at the other end could actually hear it. I don't know. That, again, radar for these purposes way better, but still an interesting kind of basic technology, but that is effective. Anyway, said too much.
For real, instant album cover material right here. Ah! One of the Pep Boys is pulling a Spanish Inquisition on this poor wayward harlot. Huh, just kidding. Despite the fact that this looks so very much like a state-of-the-art instrument of torture, it's actually just a beauty micrometer. Think those shoe size measurer things at Foot Locker, only instead of one primitive measurement, it
looks like something out of a Clockwork Orange, right?
records the entire topology of your face and skull at once. With this data, a trained cosmetologist would be able to pinpoint exactly what features of your head should be enhanced and reduced with makeup in order to achieve a maximum calculated attractiveness after you've paid for their services. Clearly this device
I'm guessing this was very popular in Hollywood for the men telling women how they should be looking in the like 40s, 50s, 60s, you know, that, yeah.
must have been effective. After all, beauty is entirely objective. What, eye of the beholder? Check the name tag, buddy. Apparently though, women didn't like being strapped into a birdcage and having their every minute flaw meticulously laid out in front of them, so this thing never really took off in the end. Next we have the Humlauf. This was a device made during World War II designed to let infantry shoot around corners. It's like the Germans sat down and watched that part in
Is that a curved gun like in the fucking cartoons?
Tom and Jerry, where the conniving rat bends the gun barrel back at his adversary. They said, "Mein Gott." They came in a variety of angles between 30 and 90 degrees, and even came with a little periscope so you could see what you were shooting at. But as we all come to find out when we reach adolescence, cartoons are the arbiters of deceit, because these things would invariably break within the first couple hundred shots or so. And even when they did work, the rounds would fucking explode from the massive acceleration, turning a deadly bullet into an ineffectual spray of shrapnel. These were so ineffective.
Did anyone else go through a period of childhood where they would try to test out the things that they would see in cartoons in real life and realize that they are two different realities? Or is it just me? Yeah.
That only the 30-degree model ever saw significant production beyond prototypes, and even that was very limited. Say, you ever look at regular mouse traps and go, not enough property damage? Well, check this out. Patented in 1882, it's the revolver mousetrap, brought to you by the makers of the snail trebuchet and the cockroach claymore. Thanks.
The what? Only in America, I'm guessing. This was invented in America, was it not?
Thanks to the marvels of the modern era, all those tiresome hours of intense varmint slang can be outsourced to one little gadget on the floor of your kid's playroom. Now when you hear a gunshot in the middle of the night, you can rest easy knowing that, one way or the other, there's one less pest for you to deal with in the morning. Boom. 1850. Steam locomotives are all the rage. You're in the transport business, but all you can afford is a couple dumb horses. Sure, they move things from point A to point B almost as well at a fraction of the cost, but your cool rail riding friend.
I just love the faces of those horses. I just wanted to mention that. The animation, this drawing, spectacular.
Friends called you a whack ass and it really hurt your feelers. Well, have we got the invention for you? The Impulsoria uses an ingenious system of treadmills to turn that horse to be beckoned into a force to be reckoned with. Sure, it's expensive as hell to make and limits your services entirely to railroads, but just look at it. Instant Pussymobile. Slap some rims and a spoiler on that, you're laughing. This machine is recorded at having a maximum output of 2 to 4 horsepower, which sounds about right, and it didn't see much use outside a couple exhibitions. Now, if there's
in that specific case, when they say horsepower 2 to 4, does that literally mean 2 to 4 horses? If not, I'd be disappointed. Yeah.
There's one hobby that people in the past enjoyed. It's smoking. Whoo boy did they like smoking. And with every great wholesome activity comes a million novelty items to go along with it. Everyone's seen the long cigarette, but how about the really long cigarette? Want to smoke in the rain? Here you go. Going snorkeling? Hey, you know what's more important than oxygen? Nicotine. But hey, want to know the only thing better than a cigarette? 2 cigarettes. You know what? Fuck it. Have the whole pack. You earned it. Of course, if you're trying to cut back, you can always share it with a friend. Aw, how heartburning. But you know what's even more fun than addiction? High quality documentaries. That's why you should check out CuriosityStream. From the face behind the Discovery Channel, CuriosityStream lets you stuff your little meatuses full of all the bizarre knowledge the world has to offer. And with over 2,400 titles, there's no way there isn't something that interests you here. Remember Secret Life of Pets? Trash movie. Turgid prose, stilted dialogue, pandering humor, and above all, highly unrealistic. On the other hand, The Secret Life of Dogs is an absolute treasure. Did you know they turn their tongues into weird inside-out ladles when they drink? Just one of the many fun facts found inside.
I did know that, actually. I knew that one.
CuriosityStream only costs $2.99 a month or $20 a year, which is nothing. That's like a McDonald's run every 4 months. But if you still have your doubts, you can get 30 days free if you sign up at curiositystream.com/salmonella and use promo code salmonella during the sign-up process. Anyway, that's all for today. Till next time, I'm Salmonella, and check out this JPEG.
That was a cool JPEG. Okay, let's exit out of that. All right. Now I held off on commenting on the that last bit with the cigarettes just because I wanted to let that ad play. Anywho, I am a former smoker, and even that was a lot. Yeah, don't smoke, kids. Otherwise, you'll come up with ridiculous ideas like those in the video there. Well, that was a wild ride. Not the craziest that I've seen from Salmonella or just on the internet in general. I got to give it an A for creativity. As for the obsolete inventions there. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we need some more like wild and crazy ideas. I don't know about you. Like I remember seeing as a kid, types of little inventions like that, or maybe just like in cartoons with like the father or obscure father that had made inventions like, I don't know, Beauty and the Beast, right? That I was really compelled as a child to try to come up with my own inventions. I did once try to make my own flying machine with a bicycle. And basically, I basically was trying to turn a bicycle into a helicopter using the dowel rod from a pushroom or 2 pushrooms. I don't know what I was doing, but my parents encouraged me and did not tell me that this was impossible. So, anywho, fun childhood memories. Let me know down in the comments if you tried coming up with any ridiculous inventions in childhood or even just yesterday. What crazy ideas have you come up with? Tell me. So that's the video. If you like this kind of content, like I said at the beginning, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And without further ado, here's the patrons. Thank you.